What is up, y'all? The dark times have come. I've been behind on my videos. It's rainy, so let's do it. Today I want to talk about Bow, aka Bboybowzer's last build that I just finished riding of his. It is the Apex Predator clone. I love it. Something about these bro decks, like they're just, I don't know, really work for me and the ride style that I've come to be riding in a lot lately. So Bow's build is the Bro 96 deck, basically the same one that I have on my mountain board. He's got that. It's got MBS bindings. He went with the Trampa Monster Box in the center as far as to house his battery, which I forget the exact specs on the battery, but it's like the I think the P24 18650 cells, Moly cells, with like a 15 to 20 mile range. The whole special thing about this port, really, for me, I mean, besides that it's the bro deck and like I've just laid out, I love them. He's got the new Apex Airs on them. Those are the parallel Kingpin trucks. I have been really wanting to try them. They are a bit pricey. I mean, they come in at almost $300 per truck. So yeah, per truck. So that's just under 600, I think. And then shipping, and then like you still got to get mounts and everything and all of that. But I was really wanting to try them and see how they feel. 6384s, something like that. Torque board motors. And it's got the Board Dynamics gear drive. And the gear drive is something that I've kind of shied away from so far in any of my builds or anything that I have. And my reasoning behind it is I feel like I'm really, really rough on things, and I've seen people break their gear drive system. So I've been really just trying to pay attention, like, why are gear drive systems breaking? Who's breaking them? What's the cause? Is it a problem with the gear drives? Is it just a problem with durability? Is it something that I'm going to get and break? So that's why I've kind of shied away from them. And in my Mountain Bro build, went with the chain drive because I know it's solid. I mean, but it's really loud. Anyways, getting off track here. This build of Bows is really fucking awesome. Oh, what's up? It's got forgive me, I forget, but it's got the pads underneath your feet, so it's like little feet riser pads to add cushion, but they also have built-in channels to run the battery power lines back to your ESC. And then the ESC enclosure is the Apex enclosure that he's using. Really looks dope. It's a fucking smooth as hell build, like everything. I love the way everything is laid out in it. He really did a good job of putting it all together. It's he's got it on Trampa Primo tires, MBS hubs, and it just feels great. And the charge port is an XT60. Super, super light board. Just blew me away. I really like it. I'd love more range, but with more range does come more weight. And this thing kind of felt feather light. Like, it was just so much fun to be jumping around. And I had to keep reminding myself that I'm on somebody else's board and to just calm the fuck down before I break something. On Bow's build, it was just a totally sick build top to bottom. For control, he's using the Hoyt puck. And I just paired mine up to the board and went out and shredded it. It did pretty decent on range and everything. It hit where I expected, 15 to 20 miles depending on how hard I was riding, so I felt pretty comfortable with that about it. He didn't have any telemetry on it as far as he didn't do the Meter Pro, he didn't do the Robogachi or anything like that. It was just, you know, Bluetoothing into the Stormcore 60D inside and connecting to it to look at where you were on your range and everything. The reason behind that is the space inside the Apex enclosure is really limited, and he wasn't able to fit anything else in there comfortably during the build or whatever. So there's maybe some other ways to run cables out of there and bring the bits and pieces outside, or maybe a way to lay it out that wasn't figured out. But all in all, it's a really sick build. I absolutely love it. It's got me just yearning for these fucking Apex Airs now. It's like riding on a cloud, and whether you're on the street or transitioning into the off-road, going through grass, the transition feels fucking amazing. It's not like an abrupt jerky pull, nothing that I felt. I'm riding somebody else's board. So I was trying to limit how hard I was riding, so I didn't push all of the limits. I didn't want to fuck up Bow's board. But transitioning into the off-road and everything, it just felt so smooth. And getting up to the upper speeds where you're crossing, not that 25, it's so fast, but when you cross that threshold of above 25, it just still felt so smooth. It didn't start feeling wobbly or anything. And I've been used to these MBS Matrix trucks, which just feel a bit wobbly. And once I've been riding them, they just get a little bit loose. You just get variances here and there, and they just feel shaky, especially when you start getting going fast. It's I'm putting a lot of weight distribution thought in and feeling things out through my feet, and it felt like I could just much more cruise with these at speed and not feel sketchy that, oh, I'm doing 30, is this thing gonna spaz out? It literally just felt smooth the whole time. So I feel like this is turning into a review of Bow's build, which was fucking epic, into even touching on the Apex Air trucks, which are absolutely amazing. That's it. I think Bow did a phenomenal job again with this build. Everything he does,